I'm here. I had to get my popcorn. Hi, everybody. I got me some Skinny Pop. I'm not going to eat this on here. Maybe later when I read these comments. So, I didn't fix my hair before I turned on the camera. I'm sorry, y'all. So, we are going to be discussing woman's greatest accomplishment is herself. Hey. Y'all ready? Okay. A woman's greatest accomplishment is herself because when we are born into this world as women, we are not looked at to create, to build, or to do anything that a man is looked at to do. Okay? This is the world that we were born into. Our greatest accomplishments are ourselves and what we can do with who we are and how we have maintained ourselves. This is the power that most women have. Some women like to throw it away. Some women embrace it. But our power comes from our building and leveling up of ourselves. We get to work on ourselves. We don't have to do other things, build other things. We don't have to do any of that. Our greatest work is ourselves. And this is why I kind of started this channel, because I realized that, I went to school, I worked, but I was working for someone else. I was building something else, and I was not building myself. I was doing work for, and this is not about career. This could be for anything. You could be doing work for another person for free, and it would still apply. So when you put your energy towards other people and other people's work, you are depriving yourself of being what you could be, the best you could be. Okay. And I feel that when we do that, we're shorting ourselves. We're taking our value away. If you don't have time to build yourself up in the morning to the best that you would like to look, that time is being given away. Whether you're giving it away for free, out of love, or for money. But that time is usually given away when you could be making yourself look a little bit better. Yes. Education is good, but what in the long run, if you're not using it for yourself, to build yourself, then it's kind of in vain. I'll say that. Because a lot of women get confused when I speak about education. Education is good if you put it towards your own things, not towards someone else's. Okay? If your education is going to take more time away from you building yourself, then it is not very beneficial, except for bringing in money when a man can basically go do that for you. Okay? So, women are able to do so much. We can multitask because a lot of us have been given time to build ourselves. We are good at everything. We know where everything is. We know where they left their shoe. We know how to do stuff from memory, from scratch. We know how to make a whole Thanksgiving meal, or we know how to do all this homework that these kids are bringing home. We know how to style hair, do makeup. We know how to do so many things. And that's just the beginning. You know, that's just the beginning. If you take it even further, as you know, someone was speaking up earlier about education, we can do all of that too. We can go to the highest of the high in education and all of that. We can do everything, period. The only thing we can't physically do is lift as much physical weight as a man. But we know how to get that weight lifted because we have technology now. So that's no longer really something that we can say that we can't do because we have technology for that. The point I'm getting to is, yes, ladies, we know we can do anything. We've already figured that out. But as many women out there who are doing everything and anything, they still have low self-esteem, low self-value. They still have internal issues. They still don't think they're good enough. They're still not sure if they're a prize or not. They're still hustling and bustling, working twice as much as whoever, man, raising kids, and they still don't feel as if they deserve anything. Okay. Now, how in the world could you feel like you don't deserve a thing when you can do everything? Because you've been brainwashed. Okay. Because you've been brainwashed. So, for anyone who's living that reality that they don't deserve something, they can't get over something, they're not good enough for something, they're this, they're that, perhaps you need to put more time and energy into yourself and build yourself rather than building other things in the world that don't build you. Okay. If you're not being built from whatever you're contributing your time to, then you are depleting yourself once again. Okay. Yeah, many women don't understand this because, especially if you work for someone else, you are 100% replaceable as an employee. Let's just face it. 100%. But yet, so many women put all their energy and effort into a job and being loyal to a corporation. But you are 100% replaceable. There's someone right now in school that may take your place. So, why put all of that effort into something like that when you could be putting it into self? The outside world makes you feel worthless, like you don't deserve anything, like you are replaceable, like you are a robot. But so many people want to get out there and get into that world and be a part of that world, only to be devalued. And women are already very emotional and sensitive, so they take these things to heart. A man will be like, oh, that's just business. I don't care. I don't take nothing personal. That's just business. And move on to the next. A woman will literally take any type of complaint, any type of coworker issue as a real personal issue. Plus, on top of that, they have to deal with, if they have kids or family or trying to get married or trying to have some type of relationship, they have to deal with all of this. And this may sound archaic, but as women, our value is not best found working for other people. Okay. Our value is not best put to to the test working for other people. Our value is best working for ourselves and towards building ourselves. Okay. Those men are out there working and doing all that, busting their butt, taking all of that abuse for us. For us. Whether they know it or not, it's for us in the long run. Okay? For us. So we don't have to do that, so we can build ourselves, because what we have is very valuable. So many people don't realize that one woman, if you have children, or if you just, take care of people in general, you do the work of about 20 people. Okay? And so if you spend more time alone, you can perfect all of those things. And this is how so many businesses have gotten started. Women have been very creative in doing certain things, making their lives easier, figuring out, there's lots of women inventors, So because they had the time to figure out how to make something better within their own home or in their own world. Okay. So I don't want to be out working with men. I don't want to be out competing with men for money. I can make money just being me, because I've built myself. And the reason why I say our greatest accomplishment is ourselves is because if you take any professional man, just go grab any of them, even the ones that have a lot of money and at the top of their game, and ask them to do the job of the regular stay-at-home mother for one day, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. But take a mother and put her in a corporate office where she has to do meetings, go over finances, make executive decisions based on whatever profits and gains. We do that when we get ready to go to the grocery store, pay taxes and all that kind of stuff, figure out what we're going to buy the kids, that's an everyday thing. So it would just be on a larger scale. Women can do all that stuff. It's not a problem. We don't want to. When a lot of guys get up here and say, well, y'all need to go work for a living, no, that's what y'all are for. Y'all go do the work so that we can build ourselves into greatness. And if you decide to have children with a woman, your kids won't suffer from being raised by a daycare. Thank you, Aria. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You remain the prize by not talking about such things. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hide it and do what you got to do. Because men will leave if they know you got something. That's just what they do. And yes, and that reminds me, thank you, Aria. That reminds me, we'll work through our entire lives sick. We don't get days off. Women don't get days off. Ever. Especially if you got kids. You don't get a day off. I don't remember a day off unless my kids were gone to someone else's house. And still, I got to call and check on them. Or I'm doing something or buying something for them, or doing something that pertains to them. So we don't really get days off ever. Women are less likely to get sick because they can't get sick, because they can't take days off. Thank you, Lily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're an art student. Others say it is pointless. I won't get a job, but I love it. I'm freelancing. Also, I have sugar daddies. Is that what you mean? Yeah. I mean, if you're an art student and you can really draw or paint or whatever, you can draw people's portraits and sell them on Etsy. You can do commission work. You can do all of those things. People love to have their children or themselves drawn or painted. You'll be in, you can sell stuff. We literally give birth and men crying that we kicked it. Right. So this is why I say know your value and know your worth. Stop giving yourselves away for free. Stop making, men think that you are not the prize, because you are. And no one's going to tell you this. No one's going to tell you. You literally have to sit there and think about it, but you probably don't have time because you're too busy. So that's why I made the video. So whenever you need to hear this, you can come get it. Okay? You are the prize, period. No matter who comes online and tries to debunk that, they won't be able to. Okay? And this is just scientific. Men are built stronger because they are the worker and the provider. Otherwise, why would they need bigger muscles? Why would they be taller? Why would their bones and their structure be larger than ours? If we were supposed to be out there building and working and, having all this stress put on us, then we would look like them. Okay? We don't look like them. So obviously we were not designed to do the same type of work. Our brains do not function like men. So we are not also designed to do certain work. Even if it's paperwork or office work or whatever, we're not designed to do those type of works. And we can. It's not that we can't, but it's not where we're going to shine the most. Okay? It ain't where we're going to shine. A woman shines most when she has put time and energy into herself, when she has freedom to create and to not have to be on such a strict schedule, plus do her own womanly duties at home afterwards. So, and still a lot of women do. So we're not supposed to be doing that. And that's why I feel that most women need to wake up and stop accepting that as normal. It's not normal. It ain't normal. Thank you, Kenya Sprinkle Sprinkle. You've been deeply researching based on your teachings, and my life continues to bloom beautifully. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle, Kenya. Yeah, we're not supposed to be doing those things. So I say this because many women forget this, and they take on the masculine role because they don't have a choice. And a lot of women are asking, where are the providers? Where are the providers? Where are the feminine women? Where are the feminine women? Providers are not hiding. They just don't expose themselves for masculine women. I'll repeat that. Providers are not hiding. They just don't volunteer or expose themselves to masculine women. So most women don't realize they are masculine in a way. You might not look masculine, but your speech may be masculine, your mentality may be masculine, your ideas may be masculine. And masculine is masculine. So y'all have to figure it out. If you want someone to provide, then you must really accomplish building your femininity. Okay, now there's different levels of femininity and different levels of masculinity. So some men don't require as much femininity as the next, but some do. So depending on the man or the type of man that you're trying to attract, you need to be that as feminine as he is masculine. Okay? And he will see your value. If we start seeing ourselves as a certain way, now this is scientific. It's psychological actually as well. If we start seeing ourselves a certain way, so will the world. I will repeat that. If you start saying you are this and acting that way, looking that way, the world will automatically fall in line. And that's who you will be. Okay? If you don't believe me, just take a celebrity, for example, who may have developed a nickname, or like Kanye West. Let's take Kanye. Oh, Kanye. He is very outspoken, and the world has come to accept that of him, treat him that way, and make exceptions for him because he claims to be who he is, and that's it. He does not care what you think. He knows, he says, I'm this and I'm that, and that's how y'all are going to treat me. And that's why he has accomplished building himself into that. So as a woman, you need to do the same thing. Okay? I'm a valuable woman. I don't take second best. I'm the prize. If you ghost me, if you don't call back, if you don't chase me, that's your loss. I'm not mad enough to delete or block you. I will always accept gifts and apologies and abundance from anyone, but I will not be looking for you. Okay. Thank you, Akila Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, Ya Sprinkle Sprinkle. So this is the mentality that you need to get in your mind, instead of the mentality of you don't deserve anything and you're not worth anything. If you don't walk around feeling like the most valuable thing ever, then you're walking around feeling wrong. Okay. I don't care what someone told you. I don't care how someone talked down to you in a relationship. It doesn't matter. Okay. That could have been anybody that person was talking down to. It didn't matter. Okay. And I always say it's up to you to accept what was said to you and agree with it. Otherwise, it's only words being spoken by another person. And that's pretty much it. So you don't place your value upon what other people have said about you. You place your value on how you feel about yourself. Period. Okay? If you are financially stuck, you need to sit down in a room until you have a plan to get unstuck and do whatever it takes to execute that plan. That's basically it. There's nothing else you can do. When I walk around like this, I lost all my friends. They called me a narc. Well, that's okay, because, here's my thing. Do you care more about your self-value and how you feel about yourself? Or do you care about friends not liking the fact that you know your value? Okay. I don't care about other people. They don't put value on me. I put the value on me. Okay. If you had a business, would you allow other people to price your products for you? No, you wouldn't. Okay. So stop doing that with people. If they don't like it, there goes the door. Okay. Sorry, I don't really like, if you're not on board, then get off. Bye. Somebody else will get aboard sometime soon. And if they don't, oh, well, at least I'm not moving backwards. This is how you have to think. So many people stay in a place they don't even want to be because they worry too much about what other people are doing or saying or thinking about them. Who cares? I'm not really caring if they're moving backwards. I don't care what they think. Okay? So you have to be mature in your mind and understand who you are and why other people are getting upset with you. It's not your fault they haven't come to that realization about themselves. It's not your fault. It is really not your fault. Okay? They behind, baby. They behind. And depending on how you explain things to them, may or may not help them. If they call you a narcissist, I would have just said, well, I am sorry that you are not on the same level of self-love and self-value that I am. But hopefully one day soon you will get there. And that's it. People are taught to down themselves. People are taught to be valueless. People are taught to put a low number on themselves so that other people can get you at a discount. Okay? There are designer brands that will never be discounted. They are considered works of art, high fashion, and the value will only increase. Then you have brands that will decrease because they overproduce and they do overkill. They do too much. And I don't like, naming names in the fashion industry, but y'all have seen some top designer brands go from, luxury and expensive into the Ross store within a couple of years. Okay? Because they try to do too much, baby. They had too many sales. Okay? So, don't be that person. Don't be those brands. Stay expensive, darling. Don't discount yourself because you're trying to compete or fit in. Okay? You're only taking your value away. So, you said you're not in the Ross store, girl. Yeah, so you go into Ross, you're gonna see some brands that used to be very expensive. And then that haven't even been around that long. But you'll never see other brands in there that have been around even longer. Okay. So don't do that to yourselves. I don't care. Certain brands invest into their image. They invest in their product and they invest in, the quality. And that's why they stay on top. And so that's what women need to be doing. You need to invest in yourself, quality, and not other things. Otherwise, you're going to be on the shelf at Ross, baby. And a Dusty will come and snatch you up with their call center check. And that's going to be that. Okay? So don't devalue yourselves. Many of the questions that I get online are questions of a woman who does not value herself. So before you ask a question in the future, ask yourself first, does this question devalue me? Am I questioning myself? Am I not understanding who the prize is? Okay. These are the questions you need to ask yourself before you ask a question. Okay? Don't devalue yourself. So when we look at women, the value that we place on women have to do with a couple of things: how they look, how they make you feel, and how they compliment you. Okay, especially if you're a man. How they look, how they make you feel, and how they compliment you. A man always wants to take you out to be seen in public with them if you are beautiful. And a lot of women have noticed this as they started dating. But still, you don't demand your value. You just show up and give them exactly what they've wanted. Thank you, Makeda Sprinkle Sprinkle. Your sister is a nurse, financially stable with a Dusty who's on unemployment. She wants to have a baby with him. How can I save her? You can't. Maybe just ask her to fast forward 5 years and see how her life looks. That's the best you can do. So yeah, a man will spend money to go out to dinner with you, hundreds of dollars to go to a nice restaurant and be seen out in public with you. But if you mention you might need this or that, they won't offer to help you. And the reason is because they've already gotten pretty much what they wanted, to be seen out in public with a beautiful woman. If you don't allow them that, they're going to listen to you a little bit more to get you out in that public eye. You know? So, they want you to meet their friends. They want you to meet their family. They want you to go here. They want to take you walking on the beach. They want to take you on vacation. They just want a trophy, a free trophy, but a trophy. So they have to pay for that. That's not free. A vacation is not flattering, especially if you're, walking on a beach with some old dude. That's not flattering. It is to them, but not to you. What did you get out of it besides a plane ticket and a hotel stay? You could be a model and do that, plus get paid. Okay. So don't do that. Demand your money some way, somehow, even if you have to lie to get it, because you know your value. And many men won't know your value because they're not trained to know the value of a woman. You have to show them your value. You have to remind them that you are valuable by not taking what's cheap. Okay? If you take what's given, you can never really tell people what you want. I'll repeat that. If you simply take what is given, you can never truly tell people what it is that you want. Because you've taken what was given for so long. Now, if you say, I want this and I want that, oh, you're a gold digger. Oh, you're being greedy. Oh, this and that. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what it is that I want. I'm not taking what you're giving. I know what I want. That's it. Don't take crap you don't want. You can say it in a nice way, like, oh, that's so sweet and so nice. Oh, have you heard about such and such and such and such? I really love those. That's a nice way to say no, but I want this instead. So always stick to what it is you want. Don't settle for something you don't want, because if you keep doing that, you're going to run into a problem. So many women ask me, how can I get my sugar daddy to give me more money? He's giving me this much, but I want to increase it. Then you should have told him, and the first time he gave you money, you already knew it wasn't going to be enough. You counted it. First time he gave you money, you should have said something instead of accepting it. You should have said, thank you so much. This will help a little bit. Now I have to figure out, how I'm going to get the rest. The first time he's still trying to impress you and get to you and, get on your good side. So he's most likely going to give you more or bring you more the next time for sure. But if you took what he gave you without saying anything about it, then he thinks that's good enough. So you always have to speak up, even if it's in a nice way. You have to say something to remind him of your value. Mm-hmm. So, thank you, Kiwi. Why is my husband don't take me out often? I always get compliments and men dab him up when they see us together. Is he insecure? Well, if you're married and you don't have, a typical quote unquote date night, then married life can kind of get into a slump. So you need to schedule a date night and agree upon it. Say, look, every Friday or every Thursday or whatever night y'all decide, Saturday, you're going to take me somewhere, period. And he will. Just make life exciting again, where you can dress cute and dress up and go out. You just have to set it. You get in a routine when you get married, so set it up. Mm-hmm. Hi, Shira. A politician with gold card texts me every day for a week while I pretended my phone broke, but he doesn't offer. Drop him or too much to ask after one day. Girl, everybody got a gold card. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think there's a lot of miscommunication there, or not enough communication there. Yeah, he would offer if he really liked you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, but no money to execute or to start your business. You don't need money to start a business. Go watch my video, how to start a business with little money or no money. Okay, y'all don't think so big in the beginning. The first thing, if you don't have enough money to start a business, your business is not going to be successful. Let me just tell you that right now. Okay, listen. If you don't have enough money to start a business, your business is going to be unsuccessful. There are smaller businesses that you can start with little to no startup cost. Start there. Learn, build, get your lessons. And when you can make a profit off of nothing, then you'll have money to start a bigger business to make even more profit. Okay. You want to advance in education. What are you going to use this education for, Shauna? Are you going to use it to build yourself up, or are you going to use it to build other people up? I'm all for education if you are building yourselves up, not other people. Okay. And when I say build yourselves up, I don't mean build your resume. I mean, literally building your bank account, building your savings account, building your net worth. Okay? Because otherwise, it's not going to be worth it. People have paid so much money for education, and all they have to show for it are references and a long resume at the end of their work years, even at retirement. That's about it, baby. Your name's not on anything. You can't leave the family business to your children. You know, you can't still make residual income after you retire. You know, you have to be on a fixed income. You're going to get all that education, work all them years just to be like everyone else. So I suggest investing back into yourself. Thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm taking sugar baby applications today. Send in those resumes, girls. Okay, Percy. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See Percy hiring. Thank you. Unless you own your own practice, it is a bad idea. If you're going to nursing or psychology, who are you really working for? You know, I mean, you can work for people for a short amount of time to get some information and experience on how to run your own, and then go run your own. Okay? Don't stay working for other people. You enjoyed college and did a course I loved, but I also wished I had studied economics. Why are y'all having unpredictable? So as a valuable woman, you need to understand, are you building yourself? Are you building your family, your kids? Or are you building some corporation that will replace you in a second if they could? You know. If you had someone to provide for you, what could you accomplish with all that free time? If you did not have to worry about bills whatsoever or spending money, what could you accomplish in this world? What could you create? What could you build? How good would you look on it? How good would you look? How happy would you be? How healthy would you be? All the stuff you don't have time to do, what if you all of a sudden had the time? What could you do with all of that? This is why I started my channel. Because I had all of that. I have all the time. I don't have to worry about money. I have time to create and build myself and other things that benefit me. And I wanted other people to experience that, because when I see people, they look sad. They look overworked. They look lost and like they don't know their own value. So I think people need a reminder. And so many women, and especially young women, are focused on what a man looks like and not what their life looks like. When you die, baby, no, they're not going to put a picture of your husband or your boyfriend or your baby daddy on your obituary. Let me tell you. And let me tell you, as an ex-mortician, when you die as a woman, the corporation you worked for on your obituary is not very impressive either. Okay? It ain't. Oh, such and such was a political analyst. Da, da, da. Oh, who cares? She did. Was she happy? Did she have a good life? Sound boring to me. You know, did she marry well? Oh no, she divorced. Oh, okay. Her kids don't really know her because she worked too much. Oh, okay. Um, did she have any hobbies? Did she? No. Sudoku? That don't count. You see how empty that life seems? Women are not identified with their careers. They are identified with what they have accomplished and created in their lives. Now listen to this woman's obituary. Oh, such and such lady died. She's the mother of 5 kids, 2 kids, 1 kid who she also volunteered and founded, this and that. She had a small business, um, you know, uh, creating stationery and da 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 da. She also had a antique shop or a YouTube channel. Da 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 da. I mean, that sounds more colorful and fulfilling and impressive than such and such was a political analyst who had 1 child and whose hobbies include Sudoku, leaves behind a dog and 2 siblings. Very boring. So, if you have time to put and build yourself as a woman, you should do it. You should not try to build a man, another man's company, or build yourself in a masculine way in the world. Okay. What do you think of dating an ex-convict felon, but he's well off? Is it white? Is it white crime, like a white collar crime? Girl, I wouldn't sleep at night. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't let my social security card or my identification be loose around him. So no, I couldn't do it. You said tax fraud. The politician just texted, of course, I can't help you with the phone as well. What to do? Girl, he don't want you, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, he can help you? Oh, well, that's wonderful. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Okay. All right. Send him your Cash App, Zelle, or your Venmo. He said he gonna help her. Double your, whatever the bill is, double it. And then after that, say, well, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay the rest of these bills. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. That's what you got to say. Thank you so much. Double the phone bill. Then say, thank you so much. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to pay the rest of these bills. But thank you. Every little bit helps. And see if he offers some more. Okay. So no to the ex-convict. Do I look like I would say yes to an ex-convict? Remember, I'm the prize and I have high value and I walk around as if I have very high value. So why would I lower my value by being associated with a felon ex-convict? Unless he was framed, I'm not going to do that. Plus, if I have children or I plan to have children, I don't want them to have to suffer because of what he has done in his past. So, no, I would not be doing that. I think too far into the future in order to make certain decisions. How do I get the man of my dreams back? You don't. He came back into my life last week and told me he loves me, but now he's saying he just want to be friends and work together again. Girl, sound like he needs some free employee So he comes back, he lies, tell you he love you. Then he say he just want to be friends so y'all can work together. Sound like free labor to me. He better be spending some money if he trying to. I would tell him I'm considering it, but first meet me at the mall. Make him take you shopping, make him buy you stuff, make him pay some of them bills, and then then say, oh, I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, and then exit stage left. Y'all already know. Y'all already know when y'all ask these questions. Y'all already know when y'all ask these questions. Y'all know the answer. What buying and selling business can I start with $100 at right now? Poshmark. It's an app you can download. Poshmark. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or you can go to the Dollar Tree or the crafting store and make you something and start an Etsy store. I don't know. But you can definitely start a business. Children do it all the time. When do you send them your Cash App when you meet them online? Nope. If they ask you for it, or if you mention something and they say, oh, well, I'll help you, then that's when you send it. When they ask or they say they will help you. Stick around with a fun but no money giving boyfriend during COVID or leave in search of another target. Do whatever you feel that you need to do right now. Like, your plans need to be your plans. Do you have a plan? You know what I'm saying? Get your plans together first and you will know the answer. Thank you, Percy. Shira, you have a beautiful mind. I love the way you think. Was your mother like you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I get a lot of my business thinking from my mother. She was an entrepreneur. Yes. And she had very high standards. I'll say that. Well, she had high standards, higher standards as she got older and knew her value. I'll say that. Because I think that once you realize your value, your standards automatically go up. Thank you, Percy. All right, so, and I think so many women put value on friends and what other people think and family, and they get held back because they don't realize that those are the main people that will hold you back. Okay, it's not going to be some stranger that don't know you. Y'all acting like friends and family aren't the number one cause of people not moving forward in life. Right. They are the number one cause besides self. So you don't need to ask that question anymore. You already know what to do. You pregnant by a millionaire sugar daddy paying my beautiful apartment. He wants me to give a baby up for adoption, and I am, hold on. Pretending I will, so he keeps paying apartment. What should I do? Okay, if he's a millionaire, he wants you to give it up for adoption because that means he's going to give up parental rights. If he's already, he's going to give up parental rights, which means he doesn't have to pay child support. Okay, if you have the baby, you can get way more money and pay for your own apartment for 18 years. Okay, think about it like that. Does he plan on marrying you? Probably not. And he'll probably leave you right after you give up the baby for adoption. Why? Because he doesn't want it to repeat, and he doesn't want to live through, you looking depressed because you gave a child up for adoption. So it's a trick. Get your money, baby. Keep the baby and get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I could see straight through that a mile away. Keep the child. Don't give the baby up for adoption and get your money for 18 years and you'll be good. And don't drink nothing he done gave you. Watch your food, baby. Watch your drinks. Don't leave him alone in your house or your kitchen. Okay, so thank you, Shira. He said he can't have a baby with him because I am Black, but he will never love the baby if I keep. I don't care. Do you love money? Okay, get the money. He's not going to try to fight for custody if he ain't going to never love the baby. So you can get that child support. Think money, baby. Money is the goal. If he don't love the baby, he don't love you, period. Because half of him is in the baby. So obviously he don't love you. So get his money. Listen, read between them lines. I will never love the baby because it is Black, but I will pay for your apartment and sleep with you and use you and probably dump you after you give the baby up for adoption and then probably go insane for wondering where your baby at. Girl, get his money for 18 years just like everybody else. I will definitely do that. He's a millionaire. Whatever his salary is, let's see, you might can get about 20%. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said I'm a scammer and a fraud. Oh, well, I thought y'all knew I was a scammer. That's why I'm teaching them to scam. Scam or be scammed. You said not me. Yeah, I say scam or be scammed. Please stop spreading incorrect and dangerous information. Oh, what information is that? Who's spreading that? Anyway, I definitely say have the child and get your money. Okay. Oh, yeah, make sure you check his finances as well so you can know how much you're going to get. Could I do a video on how to navigate friendship in life? I'm a grown woman. I'm married and I have kids, baby. Okay. Those are my friendships right now. Like, I'm too focused. Like, do you know what I mean? If I were younger and I didn't have any of these things, of course, a lot of that stuff probably would be important to me, but that's probably not going to be a good video. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to pay you. He can call the media and say he is racist and don't want his Black kid. Girl, sure could. And you can get paid off the interview. Make a whole YouTube channel on it. My racist millionaire man don't want our baby. Video 1. Get you a whole following and child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Doctors are not millionaires. Some of them are if they're surgeons and they stack that money. But like I said, I don't trust them either. Mm-hmm. You had a guy try to trick you into drinking an abortion pill and called unwanted pill, and he got from India, and he's Indian. It tasted weird. I refused to drink it. Okay, Bella Love, that's right. Don't drink nothing he give you. Have only beverages that you open by yourself that was sealed. Girl, don't do it. And remember your value. Remember your value. And don't let men make decisions for you. unless they are your best interest and are beneficial. Okay. Mm-hmm. And for the woman who's saying her millionaire boyfriend wants her to give the child up for adoption, I had another lady that had the same issue, but she didn't abort or give the baby up for adoption. And now he has to give her money. Okay. Stuck like Chuck. Okay. And he doesn't want anything to do with the child either, but they get the money for sure. That's why I said, a lot of women, you don't realize that some men only deal with you, but won't marry you, won't wife you, won't do certain things because you are not what they really, really want. And so if you run into that situation, don't leave empty-handed like an idiot. Okay? Don't leave empty-handed like an idiot. Okay? That's the best thing I can tell you. Sure, he asked me if I touched myself, I was offended. What should I have responded to him? Do you touch yourself? I would have sent them a Cash App. If you want the answer, it's gonna cost. You want me to answer that? Here you go, Cash App. How much you willing to pay for that answer? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. There are what? Can you can't blackmail him because it's illegal. So just get the money, baby. Give you advice on moving away from your parents. I won't be moving too far away, and how to find a mother figure that will help me. Girl, you are a mother figure. You are a grown woman. You just need to use your brain and break away from your mother's house. Get experience, YouTube channel, SheRaSeven will help you. But you don't need to keep replacing mother figures in your life. You have to grow up at some point. Okay. Thank you, Zamaria. I hope I pronounced that correct. You have attracted a great man, known 7 months. Bought gifts, taken you on many trips, believe high spiritual level. Believe highest spiritual level is sex, but with marriage. How can I get him to wait until marriage and get the situation to marriage? You believe that, or he believes that? Well, just if he don't believe in that, he ain't gonna believe in that, girl. Men are not like women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless that's his culture or his religion. Don't be mad if he go out and sleep with other women if he decides to wait for marriage with you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, basketball fans. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Great advice. Yep. Like, you can't, if that's not that man's culture or his belief, and he does not want to wait, but he decides to wait, if he so happens to go visit an ex or get some on the side, you really can't be mad at him, because that ain't his culture and that is not his belief. And if he's still willing to marry you and all that, then obviously he probably wants to be with you, but he's not finna deprive himself. I'll say that. Even though he should be disciplined enough to, but some men just aren't. Okay. So the guy you're talking to is an engineer, but I'm not really feeling him because we don't have a spiritual connection. Should I just leave? Honestly, I'm not basing anything on a spiritual connection because your spirituality is within. Okay. What if you have a child and you don't have a spiritual connection with that child? Then what? Gonna give it up for adoption? Do you have a spiritual connection with your mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandma, co-worker, boss? No. Then why does it matter with him? You know, I think people get a misconception of, oh, my man or my husband or my boyfriend, I'm supposed to have a spiritual connection with them. I don't think that's true. I think you're supposed to understand why he is in the picture. Yeah. Thank you, Just Coco. If he can decide what type of life we want and make it happen, then what's the point of tarot reading and all that stuff? Some people use it for entertainment or to guide them personally in their own life, and they don't ask silly questions. Okay. So yeah, spiritual connection to his pockets, exactly. What's worse, not having a spiritual connection or a man being too spiritual to where you can't do nothing? Okay. So I think you should require spiritual connection with someone you could be creating life with. Again, y'all have to live the life to understand. How many Dusties have had spiritual connections with you? I'll wait. Go ahead. How many Dusties have you had spiritual connections with? I'm going to wait. You said none. All right, then. A lot, probably, right? Hey, Shira, could you possibly do a video with a guy creator when he states 10 to 20 things he has said to women to get them to in the sack? Example, they couldn't say nothing to me except here's some money. A bunch of it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, I mean, there's nothing they could say, baby, when you focused. Fresh start. That's for women who are not focused. And for me to do a video with a man who only has to say certain things to get a woman in the bed, then women's stupid. And that would be the interview. Well, those women was dumb. Period. That would have been the end of the video. Words don't do anything for me. I need that money. I need you to invest in me. I need to know that you're going to provide and take care of me. I need you to know that I'm the prize. I don't care what you're talking about. Okay. So you can say whatever you need to say. It's just going to be in vain. And that's how I feel. You know, most women don't feel that way because they're constantly looking for validation. And when they think they found it, they give it up. And that was the mistake. So it couldn't be someone like me. It would only be someone like them. What types of spirit? I don't know what y'all talk about these spiritual connections. Like, honestly, you're never going to be on the same page spiritually as somebody, no matter how hard you try. This is a personal journey. I eat on popcorn. A whole mood. I just described your marriage. Ugh. When you followed my advice, he didn't buy you a ring, but he gave you $4K. All right, then you got something. They didn't leave empty-handed, did you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either way, you about to slide. So, is this the single mom channel? Is your mom on here, alpha mailed? Tell her to come through. Have you been? Hawaii is amazing. Yes, I've been. I went to Hawaii before I got married. Wait, were we married? No, it was right before we got married. What is the best way to get a ring, though? Have somebody like you way more than you like them, and have them afraid to live without you. That's the best way. Told y'all I don't work hard. Work smarter, not harder, baby. Smarter, not harder. That is the best way to get the ring. Find someone that likes you way more than you like them and who is afraid to live without you. I don't know. What if you don't want marriage, only companionship? Then there's plenty of men out there for you. Okay. Because that's what they want. He doesn't act afraid. Should I drop him? If he don't act like that you're, worth marrying, and that he's not afraid to lose you, and he doesn't like you more than you like him, then it's going to be very hard to get that ring. Okay. You might be one of those women, be like 10 years later, it's been 10 years and he still haven't bought me no ring. Your fault. I was eating popcorn. Okay. Hold on. Took in my daughter's pregnant friend and her other baby running from domestic violence. Now she's acting funny towards me in my own house. Well, that's what you get for being nice. Should have gave us some money for a hotel and said, good luck, baby. She would have been more grateful for the one night at a hotel that you gave her than she's being right now in your own house. Okay. Should single mothers stay at home with their parents to save money and not be stressed? I mean, if that's the best way for you, yeah. Find you a sugar daddy and then, move on out. So, anyway, put value on yourself. I was talking about this earlier. I know in some cultures that women's rights are behind, and I'm just going to say this. In some cultures, in some parts of the world, women's rights are way behind. So a lot of women are not in the same place around this world. A lot of women are trying to compete with men, get an education, get money, da 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 da. A lot of women have already been there and done that. Now they just want to stay home and look cute and use the husband's money. Okay. We are not all at the same place as far as women's rights are concerned. So when I give advice, if your culture has just started seeing women as equals and you are just now allowed to be respected as a woman and it's career time for women, then go do that if that's what's going to make you happy. We've already been there and done that, and we can tell you that don't make you happy. Okay. And it keeps you busy. It makes you you don't have time for yourself. You can't even raise your own kids, and then you start attracting men who don't want to pay for everything because you got a career, and so you don't get treated like the feminine woman anymore. And while you're at work, they're probably out talking to some chick who does not have a career. Okay, so just so y'all know, y'all can skip and bypass all of that and understand. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all are talking to the troll. Mm-hmm. What do you expect? What? Who is from? Sure, I can't find a man during COVID. I live in New York. What am I supposed to do? Go somewhere else? Go to little outskirts or small towns around there? I don't know. Hopefully, people will realize COVID ain't real soon and things will be back to normal. Your provider speaks of me doing more around the house, but nothing a ring or marriage. Girl, that's because you. Do you go work for somebody before you got hired? And no paycheck? You ain't on a payroll yet? You ain't got no W-2? But you show up for work. The heck? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if I was him, I'd do the same thing. Because obviously, you can get a free maid these days that will sleep with you. And you can demand that they do more housework. I'm just saying, why would you even do anything? Don't cook, don't clean, don't wash nothing. You're not his wife. You can clean behind yourself. You can wash your own stuff and make your own food, but don't do that for him. Thank you, Nisha. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. This man says that he loves me, but he doesn't do for me because he thinks I'll use him. He want me to prove my love to him. Girl, who's the prize? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Who is the prize? I wish a man would say, prove your love to me. I love you so much, I'm going to spend all your money, baby. Prove your love to me. That was funny. That's exactly what happened. I would have laughed and said that was a good joke. And prove you're a provider to me. Prove your love to me. Prove you're a provider. I can't love somebody that ain't providing, baby. I'm sorry. Or there you go. So I can't. I'm sorry. It's impossible for me to prove that because you haven't proven yourself to me. What would you say? I just told you what I said, girl. Prove you can provide. So I wouldn't have, first of all, why are you with a man like that? Second of all, that's crazy. Third of all, do you love yourself? That's crazy. This is why I make this channel. This is why I made this channel. Because women are so asleep and brainwashed. He the wrong target, girl. Move on. If I would have proceeded to tell you how to prove your love to him, it would have been sarcasm. Okay. I don't not believe in proving your love to nobody. He's got to prove himself to you. You the prize. Okay. How do you brand yourself as a wife? I'm 28, tired of getting dumped by men. I see as potential husband. Be a potential wife. Keyword potential. Dress like one, talk like one, walk like one, act like one, but do not work like one if you ain't one. Okay. Have the standards of one. Be someone he can take home to mother. Someone that he doesn't fear living the rest of his life with because they are unbalanced emotionally, crazy, got problems left and right, depend on him for her happiness when happiness comes from within. Sometimes you got to fix yourself first. Okay. So do you think romance films, etc., brainwash girls to be Barbara the Builder? Like they need to save the man from his problems. If a man got problems and that's your man, now you got problems. Okay. If your man has problems and you want to save him, now you have problems. If it's not a superhero movie and the lead character is a superhero woman, then I don't think a woman should be trying to save a man from his problems. Okay. The man has problems because he has not figured out how to solve them yet. And that's how he becomes a stronger man, by solving them and figuring it out. Thank you, goddess. Ashala, sprinkle. Ashala. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle. You can't be the only one who loves snacking and teaching. She's a whole lot of more. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle. Thank you, the pink poodle. Sprinkle. Yes. So we're not saving people anymore, okay? Save yourself. If we save everybody from everything, they'll never grow. Okay. Then every time there's a problem, they're going to come to you to save them. So you have to allow them to get that lesson and save themselves so they can save you later if you need saving. Mhm. Okay. How do we move and act like a wife? Dress like a wife, talk like a wife, act like a wife. Like, don't look like someone that a man would not want to introduce to his mother or be the mother of his children or, to represent him in the long run. And also, don't be someone that's going to nag him all the time, because if he imagines life married with you, he does not want to come home to someone nagging, over emotional, always unhappy, because that's not fun for a man. So you need to be the perfect example of a woman who would make a good wife. Positive attitude, happy, has her own thing going. Looks classy, da 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 da. Mhm. What if your reputation isn't clean and already a bit ruined? Street cred, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a good thing. If that were me, I would just take it as something that makes me who I am today. Street cred, that's what we call it. Um, I don't know what you did, but it can't be that bad. Shoot. Hi. The sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Thank you, Nina. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Zamara. So can you give me some really good game on how to trigger him to lock me down permanently? He has to like you more than you like him. That's the only way. And he has to think he may lose you. So men just don't pop the question, especially if they're young. Thank you, by the way, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for the donation. They're just not going to, men aren't eager to marry unless they need a green card. Men are not eager to marry unless they feel like you are going to get away from them and you are the one. So if they don't like you more than you like them, chances are you're going to have to wait a while. You're going to have to, be all wife-like, but not doing wife duties. And you're going to have to sit there and wait to see if he decides to marry you or not in the next couple of years. If he likes you way more, he most likely will. If he doesn't, you might have to put some pressure on him. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not everyone. What? When people say their reputation is ruined, I would love to know what y'all done did, because I probably did it and plus more. Okay. Thank you, Lima. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or Ima. Lima. Hi, Shira. You saved my life, but what's the meaning behind sprinkle, sprinkle? Oh, it's just giving back abundance to you. Like you send me money or you compliment me, and that's my way of saying thank you. I wish you prosperity back. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so the girl with the bad rep can move to a different state, right? I don't know. Like, I wonder what y'all done did. How did I move in before? How did I move in with James before I got married? I showed up to his door with a suitcase, crying, fake crying, in the rain for dramatic purpose. Um, that's what I did. Wow. Okay. What he gonna do? Turn you away in the rain with your suitcase? Mm-hmm. No, you put pressure on by asking the question. Okay, we've been together for this long. Do you see us getting married anytime soon? Or are we just dating? Because I'd like to know, because I'm ready to move to the next chapter of my life. And if you're not, I think that I need to know that so that I can figure out what I'm going to do next. That's basically what you're doing. Basically, if you don't put the ring on it, I'm out. On to the next. Give them a week to decide and then start planning your next life. Okay, week deadline. He got 1 week. He got to figure it out in 1 week. He got 1 week. That's 6 days too long. But you're going to give it to him just to be nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially if you've been together for a while. You don't need to sit there and let him take all the time he needs. No, you got 1 week. Mm-hmm. This is your 1 week notice, not even 2. You say you pregnant, he don't want to pay for an abortion. Well, he gonna have to pay for 18 years then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either way, you about to slide. Okay. You're 38. You look 25. Am I washed up? Are you washed up? Only you could decide that, darling. Okay. You said, how are the Mexicans in Texas? Mexican? They cool? I don't know. They're Tex-Mex. How you doing? You say you fake pregnant with his child. How will I put him on child support? You so silly. The man who asked me to pay the restaurant want to give my money back. He said it was a test to see if I have money in case. Girl, you mean he just got his paycheck? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He gave you his money, the money back right after. I don't like those type of tests, darling, because that just showed him your value. The test that you have no value for yourself. Okay, that's the test that he gave you. How much do you value yourself? Enough to pay for your food while on a date with a grown man. Mm-mm. He said, bad reputation, IG, sleeping with billionaire, receiving money, dumping him, then other billionaires heard about it. Okay, so own it. He couldn't, he wasn't no good in bed. What you want me to go cheat on him? That's what I would have said. Look, he have money, but he ain't got no scroll. Lift yourself back up, darling. That's what you got to do. Right. You're like, oh, just wasn't chemistry, if you know what I mean. There was no chemistry. Okay, how can that be a reputation? I mean, like, there's just no chemistry there. They would have known what you were saying. Girl, that ain't no bad reputation. That's bragging rights. Anyway. My rep is tarnished because I was canceled on Twitter and am known for getting around with the music industry, even though I haven't slept around. Girl, write a book. What you doing? Amazon will publish your book in 72 hours. And you might as well use that reputation to get paid. Get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go under a ghost alias name. Change the name of the people. Get your money. Mm-hmm. The names in this book have been changed for the protection of the people involved. So, us the Brimes, they just changed switched the first letter of the last and first name. This crown okay. End of week. I don't have a car. It's cold here. How to find sugar daddy? Would you walk, take buses? No, I'd get a car. That would be my first and number one priority. Mm-hmm. People say cold ain't real, then run outside and hit every fitness center mall out there and end up with the hospital covered saying it's real. Girl, it's not real to me. Sir, it's not real to me. I've already done that. And I'm still here, baby. I must have a good immune system. What age is best to get married, y'all? As soon as you find somebody that can pay for everything and provide, and you don't have to work. And that's the best age, girl. What is the priority? Priority means what's most important. How can you forgive yourself for being so easy and nice? I wake up every morning with regret. My stomach feels blocked. You can't, because there's nothing to forgive. Okay. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you forgive. You did it, you learned your lesson, and you'll never do it again. You know? It's like a quiz, you know. You failed the quiz, but hopefully you'll pass the test. Okay? Don't sit there worried about no quiz. At least you're going to pass the test. That's how you got to think of it. Hi. What's that? Some food? Good, because I'm hungry. What is that? Oh, thank you. Can you kind of close the door? Can Can you like kind of close the door? So let the cat out though. But, well, just crack it. She's not gonna go out. Thank you. All right. Everyone has a little narcissism in them. You should. She got tired of seeing women get played, so she's here to share the info. That's right. What would you rather be? A doormat or a narcissist? Mm-hmm. Do men get turned off when you say you don't have a car? Probably. I mean, it depends on where you live. Is it somewhere where you should have a car? Because I know there's some people that live in New York that don't really have a car because nobody really has a car. But if it's somewhere you need a car, probably. Thank you, ladies. I don't have a car. Focus on getting a car. Mm-hmm. So say you got into an accident. Yeah, say you had a car. Mm-hmm. You lost your license, so you can't drive. That didn't stop some people. How that only stops certain people. Mm-hmm. If I didn't have a car, this is what I tell someone. It would be a good story. And it would be so sweet, and they would want to do something for me because I'm so good at what I do. Well, I had a car, but my grandma, she doesn't have a car, and her husband, my grandfather, has to go to the hospital every other day for some type of treatment. And so I just gave her my car because she needed it more than I did. And now I'm saving up to buy another one. I'm going to heaven. That is so nice. Oh, you're such a good granddaughter. I know. Yeah. I mean, I figured it was better me be out in the cold and, taking Ubers than my grandmother. Granny will get you paid every time. Don't even care if it's true or not. She's going to get you paid. Lie. When in doubt, be the generous, loving, caring person that you are not. See, don't that sound good? Mm-hmm. Sounds better that I ain't got no car. Why don't you have a car? Do you have bad financial problems? You can't drive? Did you lose your license? Did you not have insurance? Like all these questions are going to go through their mind. But if you tell them why you don't have a car and make yourself look really good, they might help you get a new one. See, never try to figure out how to make an excuse. Figure out how to get paid. That's why so many people don't have what they deserve or should have in life, because instead of just saying you don't have a car, you could have made money. You could have gotten someone to feel a certain way and offer to give you a down payment to a car or something. Think bigger. Don't just do barely enough. Do more so you can get more. Say more so you can get more. Make your story sound good so you can get more money. I saw this scammer at the mall. She was good. I respected her more than a beggar. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. I respected her more than someone on the street just begging for money. Because she was smart and she put in work and she got her money. Okay. Y'all want me to tell you her scam? She was walking around with a photo of this young man and a cutout newspaper article. And she was saying that her son was shot. And she was trying to raise money for the funeral home to bury him. And she don't have no job. And she's taking anything. Anything is a blessing. Girl, that wasn't her son. That, but she sure got some money. You know, that type of, it was wrong. But the level of ingenuity and planning got her more money than someone begging on the street. I knew she was scamming, so I was trying to see how far she would go. So I said, "Oh, I know a funeral home. Let me call up the owner." She didn't even blink. She was like, "Okay." She was playing that role. This is who you can learn from. These people that do not flinch when you try to check them on their scam. They don't even flinch. She was just like, "Okay." She talked to the dude. Gave him all this information. I really appreciate you, sir. Because her goal was me, not that. Her goal was to get money from me. And so he gonna text back and say, I can't find this person. Ain't nobody dead by this name. I checked all the hospitals, the morgue, the coroner. Ain't nobody dead. She was good. Did not flinch. Had fake tears and everything. Okay, so she should have won an Oscar. Hi, kitty. If she looked good, she could probably have so much money from them sugar daddies. I'm trying to tell you. She looked good. Okay. Please comment what somebody execution. I don't even know. I hardly watch the news. What is the priority, passing the test to get a car or watching your videos and learning? Whichever one is more important to you. Well, I think this video is pretty much covered. Thank y'all. I'm just going to say thank y'all because y'all did ask decent questions today. I'm proud of you. And thank y'all for everybody who donated. Y'all hit that like button though. Like, that's free. Ain't no scam. Hit the like button. I started this video very professional and speaking proper English and very serious, and this is how I ended, by telling y'all about a scam. That's me. But I tried. Is streaming apps for the Jamans good? I don't even know what that is, but I was just telling you my experience and my story about this lady. I think we can learn from everybody around us, whether they're good or bad. Try to see the traits that benefit you. Like, so many people are upset at different people, but they don't see their qualities and how that they're beneficial to them. Like, for example, I'm not political, so I don't vote. So I look at the qualities of a person and I'm saying that's a really good idea. Genius, you know. Um, I don't judge people, I just learn from them. Okay. And this is what we need to be more aware of. Look, learn from the people. Don't be mad at them. See why they are where they are and learn from them. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon. And I'll see y'all later. Sprinkle, sprinkle.